Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Fallout 2020. And we just cleared out Corvega for these settlers up at the, I forget the name of this, Ten Pines Bluff. Nice little farm up there, right near our outpost, which was the first settlement we had. And it looks like we have another settler there at that location, so we're going to check that out at some point too. And yeah, here we go. That's cool. That looks pretty cool. Those things are scary. I was talking about how easy the raiders are to fight in the last episode. Now those things are hard to fight. So yeah. All right. Well, here we are. Oh, what an interesting scene here. That looks like something in a movie, although a little too much foreground stuff, but that was pretty cool. Oh, look, we have a roving trader here. This guy always ends up here. I should set up like a stall for him. You can actually do that with these. It's something you can add to settlements, so I gotta remember to do that.
Make a move and I'll end you.
All right. I'm just trying to talk to the guy.
The only way you get old in this job.
Good rates if you're in the market.
Oh, the armor guy. All right. Well, let's see what's up. What do you got?
I sell armor for Old Man Stockton's outfit, based out of Bunker Hill.
All
Been selling armor to smart wastelanders for years. The dumb ones walk away empty-handed.
Well,
but they don't stay dumb long. If you catch my meaning.
Looks like my armor looks better than this guy's. I got all these spikes and stuff, but yeah, we'll check it out. Sure.
My prices are firm.
He's just got the basic armor, you know, and no helmet with that bald head. All right, let's see. Well, he's got some good stuff. Look at that. Oh, I can't even afford that. Now, I would maybe get that. I've bought that before. I'm not wearing that type of armor, though, combat armor, so it looks a little weird, but that's actually a really good price for that. All right, so these are all things I can basically make. Now, that is expensive, and I don't like the look of it, but this I would wear, but that's a lot of caps. 15K, almost 16. And that gives you +1 agility and perception. I would 100% buy that right now if I had a ton of caps. And of course, I can cheat and give myself all the caps I want, but I'm not really playing that way, even though I am cheating a lot as far as the settlement materials go. I've kind of decided that is the only way I'm gonna cheat, unless I do need to do something for the game or roleplay purposes. So this guy doesn't need a fancy armband for role-playing purposes at all. So maybe if I'm rich someday, I'll start buying stuff like that. But otherwise,
You find those raiders?
we're gonna play it straight. Yeah, took care of them.
No kidding. That's the best piece of news we've had around here for a good long time.
All right.
So we've been talking. We decided if you came through for us, we'd join up with the Minutemen.
Nice.
Again.
All right.
If we want things to get better, we've got to start helping each other.
Yeah, let's help each
So
other.
we're in. You can count on us if you need help down the line.
All right.
Thanks
well,
again, friend.
thanks for joining the Minutemen. Which, you know, that's Preston Garvey's operation. Oh, so we got some fight. I guess these traders are getting in a fight over here. Let's see. I don't see anything. I guess it's over. Probably just a mole rat or something, or a bug. Who knows? There's always fire over here. So this is a nice little shack they have. I don't know about that. This place is a weird little settlement. And so we're just going to do our standard thing of putting the cheat terminal down. I've learned by now to keep circuitry in my inventory for this purpose. And, oh, well, I have to exit building mode to use it. Well, okay. So, yeah, like I said, I'm just giving myself every settlement. Crafting is what we need. All these items that you need for crafting. Because now what I could do, okay, the other thing I can do, besides picking up every fan and typewriter, you can buy settlements. So I did that in a lot of playthroughs where, like, I would just, you run the circuit of these different traders, you make a lot of caps selling stuff, and then you just buy the shipments. So that is the best way to do it if you're not cheating. Because you can get, you know, 100 or whatever at a time. But there's some items that are only at certain vendors. So you really have to unlock a bunch of areas in the game. Like the vault and like the Bunker Hill, which that guy just mentioned. you know, there's vendors there, and there's vendors at Diamond City and at Good Neighbor and probably a few other places. And this basic stuff they all have, but then there's things that some of them specialize in, or maybe only two of them have. And the roving traders have shipments too, like Trash Can, Carla. And your settlers might also carry shipments too when you set up stores. But again, I don't know that they're selling nuclear material or whatever, so some of the stuff is a little harder to come by. And I just don't feel like dealing with it, especially at this stage where I'm... See, the whole point is I'm trying to get the settlers to build it themselves using the Sim Settlements mod. I'm just going to put stuff down like the turrets and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm just going to put down the basic plots. And then the Sim, you know, settlers will build it as part of the AI. So basically, I'll clear off some of this stuff. So basically, that's why I decided to just give myself all the supplies. I'm really not going to use that many of them. I'm just using it for turrets and power and water and stuff like that. That noise is really... There's more gunfire. I can't worry about that. There's definitely some hot spots around here somewhere, so I'm glad I put up the turrets. Okay, so this, we're just going to keep this as a farm. I might set up a store later if I get a lot of people, but I'm going to lay down a bunch of farm plots and also some also some housing for the farmers. So these are going to be some shacks for the farmers when we get new settlers here. And we're going to try to lay some stairs down. All right, put the wooden stairs. Well, maybe not, because it doesn't reach. I like the look of the wooden stairs with this particular environment, but I guess it's not going to work. Maybe that one? I don't know. I guess that's not that good. Well, can I use these here? No, that's the same height. Okay. Well, looks like I got to use the granite. Even that is barely making it to the ground, so that is the problem with these settlements. My God, look, who came up with this idea to put this mound here just to infuriate people trying to build settlements here? I mean, they could have just made it a little bit flatter in this corner so you could actually build something here. Now, I do like the flavor it gives, but I think they did it on purpose to annoy you. Like, they must have had a lot of, you know, debate over this, what these settlements were going to be like. But it seems pretty random. Like, where the border ends is never like a square. It's just like some random spot. It's so bizarre. I mean, maybe that is a square, but it sure doesn't look like it when you get to the corners. Alright, well, that'll work. I guess people can go up there. Or maybe I can put a stairway on the side here. Let's see if this works. And I can probably put the wooden one here. Ah, come on. It snaps for a second, and then you gotta move. Well, I don't think the corner's exactly touching there. Maybe it is. Close enough. Alright. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is lay down the plot. The residential plots. Not recreational. Agriculture we're gonna do in the middle, and residential we're gonna do here, and probably in the back area as well. So I want to get 4 or 5 people here besides... Oh, Jesus. It's always hard to get an angle on things. And you know what's weird? The thing's not showing up. So... Oh, I see. I don't have any more of the sensors. So, yeah. We took a bunch of sensors at the beginning of the game, but I ran out of them now that I remember. So we're just going to save real quick, just in case anything crazy happens. And we're gonna have to travel back here to the Museum of Freedom in Concord. And there was, I didn't take them all. I didn't really know what they were for, because when I played this mod, you didn't have those. So I had an older version of the mod. So I don't know if they added that or if just something was different, but we have to go back. because there was a few boxes of them here, so hopefully I have enough, and I can probably cheat some more in. I don't know if you can run out of them or what the deal is, you know. It does make it a little more immersive and realistic, but here we are back at the Museum of Freedom, and yeah, I could have edited this out, but I think it's kind of amusing to go back here. Plus, I end this episode on exactly 19-minute mark, so it's right in my zone. There's no edits in this episode, so that's pretty refreshing. If you've ever watched any of my older videos, I like to edit them. I always edit out stuff like this, but this year I'm just trying to go back to basics with my first few series and then increase them in complexity as the year goes on. So, oh, the movie's starting. Yeah, this is a funny place. It's like the museum, you know, it's got talking. I did not mean to do that. And it looks like I'm freezing here, but it actually just takes a little while. For some reason, it was auto-saving just when I went into my... I wasn't trying to do this, but I was actually spamming all the buttons because I thought it was frozen. That bell is annoying as... Alright. I think because it was playing that tape and it was saving at the same time, I got confused. There's nothing in this room. Oh, wait, we have to go this way. Alright, we have to go all the way up to the 3rd floor. I wasn't sure if the raiders would respawn in here or not, but I guess either it hasn't been long enough or maybe they just never respawn in here. So here we go, the Robco box of sensors, and they each have 25 sensors, so we just picked up 100 of them, which probably won't be enough for all the settlements, but we'll deal with that when we have to. Oh, there's a few more here, a few loose ones. So I think I just grabbed like one box and some loose ones last time or something. I didn't really know what they were for or why there were so many of them. I can't. Oh, there. All right, got it. You don't really click on it and it kind of works better. Nothing good in there. Now we looted. I think we looted everything in this place. All right, we'll just take the quick way down and jump out. And that was a pretty quick detour, which is one of the other reasons I left this in. Not that big of a deal, right? And now we'll just fast travel back. Now, I do like doing some runs where you don't really fast travel that much and it's more immersive and you show them walking back and forth. But like I said, this is mostly about building up the settlements, and I wouldn't say it's a tutorial or anything, but it's just kind of like it's me giving myself a tutorial, if anything, of how the sim settlements work, what works, what looks good, what doesn't. And as you see, as we're going back to our, we're going to eventually, this is freezing again, but again, it's just the game. This is just because I have mods and it's on Xbox, and I don't know. And as you add more settlements to the game, it just gets more and more bloated, so. Oh, I remember I used to do on the PlayStation. I would reach the size of the mod and you could scrap stuff in a way that like you'd make your settlement bigger than it was supposed to be. So my game was lagging like crazy when I go to these settlements because I like completely would overdo it with builds. So someday I'm gonna make a video on my PlayStation and show you all my old settlements. That some of them appear in different form in the Ghost Chef series. So here we go, easy peasy. Put that down, and again we have a rad storm. And as I've said in previous episodes, that's why I'm wearing a gas mask. I put it on, plus it looks really cool, the assault gas mask. So I put it on and left it on because this happens a lot. So we kind of have this down to a science now, where I lay down the power for the settlements. And like I said, this is why I call it a tutorial for myself. In the previous ones, you know, I struggled a little wiring. But this one, I'm just going to run one wire back there. And it's not that complicated of a site, as the agricultural plots don't need any power. I hate these storms. It's kind of crazy. Now, I think I can go into the cheat terminal and actually turn the weather off or make it another, you know, better weather. But oh, something's getting shot. All right, something's happening. Oh, it's just some bugs. All right, well, we'll get out of the mode and try to bash some of them a little bit. Or use. Oh, I got this. All right. Any more? One's biting me. All right, that's a settler. Oh, there you are. All right, boom, you're dead. All right. Well, that was it. This storm's brutal. These poor farmers are still out here farming in this horrible, horrible weather. So that's pretty interesting. Alright, so this looks like a good spot for another plot. Now, unfortunately, you see this rundown house here. You can't scrap that house. It's one of the annoying features of the Fallout settlement system. But we'll put an agricultural plot here. I'm just trying to squeeze a few more in. And like I said, this terrain is so ridiculous. Like, how am I supposed to put a farm here? The good thing about these plots is they add a mound of dirt that you don't normally have. But, man, it's hard just to place them down sometimes, you know? Alright, so over here, we're going to get out the foundations. And I really, like I said, I really wish I could just scrap that house. But we're going to make it so, like, this house, it looks like there's just a few houses next to each other. Now there's a chance I could put one up there somehow and put a house up there and put ladders up to it, but we're not gonna figure that out this time. I think I could do that though. I think I might do that when I try to expand this settlement. Like I could put some walls in front of that and make it look pretty good. But alright, we're gonna put, I think I can put the wooden one here. So snap that right there. Put it in the middle. Alright. Wooden ones look a lot better in this environment, so. Now, somehow, oh god. There are mods where you can clear off the clutter, but I think those boards there are interfering with my ability to push this into the ground. Just making sure it can, even if it's a little bit in the ground, it doesn't really work, so. That's not good. It's like if it's not one thing, it's another with this settlement system. Alright, so we'll just lower that to the bottom, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. The thing is, you just need the stairs so they can get in it. So as long as they can get in it, it's fine. Alright, so we're just gonna run this power. I'm just gonna use a small generator here because we're just powering these two plots and any lights that we put in it. And we gotta run this pole behind there. No, I don't want to scrap it. I want to run the line from there. Oh, I forgot. First, I have to put this down. Not recreational. Residential. There we go. Alright, turn that so it faces the front. And there we go. I'll put one here. And that's good. Alright, I don't think I can reach here, but we'll try. Oh, maybe I can. Alright. Oh, no. Yeah. Alright, good enough. Alright. And there we go. Alright, so now this settlement is just going to build itself with, hopefully 4 people will come here and maybe 3 farmers. Maybe we'll put up a guard post or something. Or even a recreational area, I don't know. Or we'll just keep putting farmers in there. I don't really care. One day we'll link all these settlements. But that's for another day. Alright, well anyway, thanks for joining. This has been another episode of Fallout 2020. I've really been enjoying this series. It's kind of low-key, so it's different than the other series I made, which are way more over the top. So check those out if you're bored with this one. But yeah, we got videos coming every day, so make sure to subscribe and like the video, and we'll see you next time.